Rahul Gandhi had posed 3 questions to the government in his May 23rd post on social media platform X. Those questions were directed specifically at the External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar, whom Rahul Gandhi referred to as JJ. The 3 questions were: why has India been hyphenated with Pakistan? Why didn't a single country back us in condemning Pakistan? Who asked Trump to mediate between India and Pakistan? Now, the reason why we are revisiting these questions is this. While Rahul was seeking answers from the government, his own have fact-checked him. You heard those reactions of the Congress leaders who are part of the all-party delegations, keeping India first and crushing the Pakistani narrative. In fact, the delegation led by the Congress MP Shashi Tharoor has been successful in reversing Colombia's stand. The South American country has in fact withdrawn its earlier statement offering condolences to Pakistan following India's aerial strikes. This came after Shashi Tharoor expressed strong disapproval and managed to convince the host country about Pakistan being a country that sponsors terror. The former Colombian president has also vowed to stand with India in every circumstance. But despite being fact-checked by their own, the Congress party continues to treat Trump's claim on ceasefire as the gospel truth. 2 posts have been made from Congress's official handle on X, one in which the Congress asks, was Trump's trade threat behind the ceasefire? The other post carried pictures of Trump's distinctive red caps with the caption, I stopped India-Pakistan war. Viewers, it was the Congress's very own Manish Tiwari who had recently also stated that there is no scope for any third-party mediation between India and Pakistan, and that the only engagement between the 2 nations was the DGMO level talks. Now, Salman Khurshid has also echoed the same, saying it was in fact the DGMO of Pakistan who had called India and dubbed a complete hogwash anyone saying anything else. The Congress party, though, calls this Khurshid's personal opinion, a templated response when the Congress party's own exposed the party. The BJP, however, has slammed the Congress party, saying instead of parroting the Pakistani propaganda, it should follow the advice of Salman Khurshid.
Now, it's complete hogwash for anyone to say that we called them first. Why would we call them first? Who was at the receiving end by the time that the calls were made? It is more than clear to everybody that the call came from the DGMO of Pakistan. And it came to the DGMO of India. And we stopped. We stopped when they said, let's stop.
See what happened, it is his personal view. Because of pressure built by Trump, it was ceasefire. And second is that betrayal by our foreign minister, when he informed to Pakistan, as a result, lot of losses have happened.
ये जो ridiculous राहुल है, जिनकी पोजीशन है LOP की, लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन, और वो काम करते हैं लीडर ऑफ पाकिस्तानी प्रोपेगेंडा. एक बात स्पष्ट है कि ये RR रिडिकुलस राहुल जो जयराम रमेश और पवन खेड़ा के एडवाइस पे चलते हैं, उनको कम से कम अब सलमान खुर्शीद की एडवाइस लेनी चाहिए.
Sabyasachi continues to stay live with us on the politics that's playing out. And Sabyasachi, you know, the line that the Congress party has taken on taking Trump's every word as the gospel truth has only added ammunition to Pakistan, which is why it's worrisome, because there are leaders from within his own party who are part of the delegation who are calling it out, and yet the Congress party refuses to change its stance.
Well, that's right. See, the Congress party here, specifically Mr. Rahul Gandhi, Jairam Ramesh and several of the leaders from Congress party refuses to take their stand, and time and again, in fact, they question the intent and credibility of the central government. See, yesterday when the Telangana Minister Uttam Kumar Reddy was here in the national capital and speaking on behalf of the Congress party, in fact, they continued with the allegation that Pakistan was successful in downing several fighter jets of India. In fact, time and again they are raising this question. On one hand, the Congress party saying that they have full respect and they are proud of our armed forces, but on the contrary, they continue to raise question on the armed forces, despite the fact that time and again the DGMOs have held a briefing. They have briefed the entire country about the success of Operation Sindhur. In fact, the satellite pictures were also showcased that how the objective was achieved by our armed forces. But it seems that the Congress party is not satisfied, and despite of the fact that their own leaders like Mr. Salman Khurshid and Mr. Shashi Tharoor time and again have praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the credibility of the central government as well as the armed forces. In fact, Salman Khurshid yesterday also pointed out that he praised Prime Minister Narendra Modi for abrogation of Article 370 as well as for the success of Operation Sindhur and bringing in normalcy in Jammu and Kashmir. And in fact, Salman Khurshid in the past, who has been a strong critic of the central government, also said that the DGMO of Pakistan made the first call. So this clearly puts a rest to the claims that the Congress party time and again has been making regarding the involvement of US President Donald Trump, that because of Donald Trump's pressure, India had to agree to a ceasefire. And this is a question which the Congress party is continuing to raise, no matter how many proofs the Congress party has already got from the center or from our armed forces.
Okay, all right. In fact, the multi-party Indian Parliamentary Delegation had also visited Ethiopia from the 30th and will be there until the 1st of June in the aftermath of the Pahalgam terror attack. They held fruitful engagements and also intense discussions with the top Ethiopian lawmakers, dignitaries, as well as the African Union Commission. In fact, the visiting delegation also conveyed India's unified and determined stance against terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. The members of parliament briefed on India's new normal against the cross-border attacks, zero tolerance for terror, and all political parties resolved to stand united in all matters of national interest. Both sides reiterated their zero tolerance approach to terror. Listen in to some reactions.
In fact, there was this one terrorist called Zakiur Rahman Lakhvi. No country in the world will allow a terrorist who's facing a terror charge. He gave birth to a son by sitting in a prison. So when Pakistan was put in grey list, immediately the trial progressed.
जो स्लेन टेररिस्ट थे, जो आतंकवादी मारे गए भारतीय सेना के हमले में, उनको फेयरवेल देने के लिए कौन आया? पाकिस्तान आर्मी के बड़े बड़े अफसर आए, पुलिस के बड़े बड़े अफसर आए, चुने हुए प्रतिनिधि आए, और तो और पाकिस्तानी झंडे में आतंकवादियों की लाशों को लपेटा गया और फिर दफनाया गया। क्या किसी देश में टेररिस्ट के बॉडीज को नेशनल फ्लैग में लपेटा जाता है क्या? पाकिस्तान डिड सो। पूरी दुनिया ने उनके चेहरे को देखा और यही चेहरा हमें दुनिया को दिखाना है कि उनके डिफेंस मिनिस्टर हो, उनके फॉरेन मिनिस्टर हो, सबने माना कि हम 30 साल से 30 ईयर से डर्टी जॉब करते आ रहे हैं।
The whole idea of this entire Operation Sindhur, which you all have all read about, heard about, it was the wishes of the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi ji, that this is an extension and outreach program. But what really happened in Pahalgam, the truth should be told to the world. So there are 7 groups. Each groups have 5 to 7 members of parliament. They have various experts. Within 10 days, every delegation will go. The outreach program is about 4 to 5 countries. We will try and reach out to as many people as possible, give them facts and figures of what really happened in Pahalgam. And this outreach program is not just to put up a fight against anybody. The fight is not against any individual. It is against terrorism.
Why did we stop when we did stop? Now it's complete hogwash for anyone to say that we called them first. Why would we call them first? Who was at the receiving end by the time that the calls were made? It is more than clear to everybody that the call came from the DGMO of Pakistan. And it came to the DGMO of India. And we stopped. We stopped when they said, let's stop. We then didn't send any further attacks on them. The shelling across the border and across the line of control continued. For at least 3-4 hours, there were violations of the ceasefire once again when the shelling continued, making it very clear that in Pakistan nobody seems to be in control. Certainly the civilian government doesn't seem to be in control. And there are factions within the army, each vying with each other to become all powerful. But nevertheless, we showed restraint and we showed patience.